Hey, and namaste. I'm Zay with Xude Yoga, and today we're going to be doing a yoga flow to be in a better mood. So if you're waking up or if you're about to go to sleep and you're feeling unmotivated or you're just needing an uplift, this flow here is for you. So let us know down below what you like about this flow, and feel free to leave us a tip or a donation after the session. Let's get into the flow. All right, let's start this practice by coming into an easy seat or a seat of your choice. I'm choosing to sit on the back of the heels. We're gonna make sure to elongate the spine, tucking the hips forward and the shoulders gently relax on top of the hips. You can place the hands on tops of the knees or wherever you feel comfortable. As you inhale, taking a breath through the center of the stomach, allowing the stomach to move outward. As you exhale, exhale out of the mouth, the stomach moving towards the spine. Repeating this at your own pace. Tapping into the question of what are you grateful for? Sitting with whatever comes up for you. Relaxing the jaw, relaxing the tongue. On your next inhale, slowly bringing the hands above the shoulders, opening up the palms. Continuing to breathe through the solar plexus space. Inhale, extend upward. Exhale, placing the right hand on the outside of the left knee. And your left hand is going to reach across the body, making sure to open up the palm. You can focus the gaze towards the left palm or towards the left elbow, whichever is in your practice. If this feels a bit uncomfortable in your shoulders, you can gently rest the right hand on the right side of you and lean, keeping the hips as still as possible. One deep inhale, extend. Exhale, you're going to make a half circle, beginning to wrap the left arm around until you reach the front of the body, in front of the knees. You can sway from left to right, swaying the shoulders, or you can come into a fold over the knees. Inhale, rolling the body up, coming into a neutral spine. You can even come into a back bend by pulling onto the knees, sitting the chest forward. Exhale, release, tucking the chin into the chest, curling the spine. Inhale, rolling the body back up, sending the arms above the shoulders once more. Taking a few breaths into the center of the stomach. With each inhale, extending upward, extending the spine. On your next exhale, placing the left hand to the outside of the right knee. As you do this, beginning to move towards the left side of the body. Opening up the right palm. Extending the fingers outward. Maybe rotating the shoulder back. And if it's in your practice, or if you would like, you can place the left hand to the left side of the body. Inhale, extend. Exhale. Inhale, extend. Exhale, creating a halfway circle, folding over the knees. You can swipe from left to right, or you can just come into a fold, resting on the hands or the elbows. Do whatever feels good to you here. Inhale, rolling the body back up. You can pull onto the knees and come into a slight back bend. And exhale, tucking the chin into the chest, curling the spine. Inhale, slowly coming back into a neutral spine. All right, so from here, let's come onto our hands and knees into a tabletop. Always focus on the alignment. The wrists are underneath the shoulders. Hips are stacked on top of the knees. The tops of the feet are planted into whichever surface you're working on. Spreading out the fingertips. And here you want to grip the fingertips into the mat and create a suction cup with the palms. From here, maybe doing some cat-cows. Let's take a minute or two to just move however feels good to you. When you're ready, coming back into a neutral tabletop. As you inhale, bringing the right arm above the right shoulder, breathing through the side of the body, feeling the breath in the fingertips. Exhale, placing the right hand down. Inhale, left hand comes above the left shoulder. Exhale down, doing this a few times at your own pace, following the breath. And exhale, release. You can do some cat-cows, move out the hips, the shoulders. Getting the vital energy moving throughout the spine. All right, and when you're ready, we're gonna meet right here in a neutral tabletop. Folding the toes over. We're gonna press into our first downward facing dog, our first inversion. Being gentle to yourself throughout this asana. Maybe taking a slight bend in the knees, gripping the fingertips into the mat. You can add any modifications that you may need. Maybe adding some transitions to this asana. Sometimes I like to rock onto the toes, tucking the hips forward and the chin into the chest, and coming back down. Inhale, coming into a high plank, holding here. Exhale, lowering the knees. Top of the head begins to move towards the sky. Shoulders draw back. Breathing through the center of the stomach. You can shift the shoulders from left to right, stretching out the side of the spine. Folding the toes back over, coming back into a downward facing dog. Inhale, bringing the right knee in, tucking the chin into the chest. Exhale, kicking the right foot up into a three-legged dog. Inhale, stepping the right foot in between the hands, lowering the left knee, and coming into a horse rider's pose. So while here, you want to focus on shifting the hips towards the right heel. You also want to be aware of the alignment in the hips, making sure that the left hip begins to even out with the right. This will allow the hips to evenly sink. If you're feeling any pressure in the right knee, you can move the right foot forward. And you can also use any blocks to help you remain balanced. One last suggestion, I also like to take my right hand and place it on the outside of the right knee, and left hand comes to the base of the left side of the spine. Exhale. Coming down onto the hands, we're gonna rock onto the outside of the right foot. You can remain on your hands. If this is in your practice, you can begin to lower the elbows, placing the right elbow onto the inside of the right arch of the foot. The hands come together, creating a triangle. Shoulders begin to gently draw back. And with each exhale, the top of the head begins to move towards the front of your body. Exhale, rocking back onto the base of the foot, pressing into the hands and folding over the right knee. I like to sway from left to right, opening up the hips. You can fold, you can rotate out the right ankle, doing whatever feels good to you in this moment. From here, placing both hands on the surface, stepping the right foot back and coming into a tabletop. Maybe swaying the hips, taking a minute or so to move freely, to dance with your breath. All right, when we're ready, we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. Coming into a tabletop, spreading out the fingertips, gripping into the mat. We're gonna flip the toes over and press into a downward facing dog. Maybe pedaling out, moving the hips from left to right. Inhale, bringing the left knee in, keeping the left toes pointed, tucking the chin into the chest. Exhale, kicking the left foot up into the sky, into a three-legged dog, keeping the shoulders even. Inhale, stepping the left foot in between the hands as you lower the right knee onto the mat. Now coming up into a horse rider's pose. Tops of the feet are planted into the mat. You want to make sure that the left ankle is underneath the left knee. The right hip is shifted, even with the left. Shoulders on top of the hips. And if you want some support, you can place some blocks, or you can take the left hand, place on the outside of the left knee. The right hand comes to the base of the right side of the spine. Each exhale, shifting the hips closer towards the left heel. Exhale, we're gonna come onto our hands, rocking onto the outside of the left foot. And you can stay here, or if it's in your practice, you can lower the elbows, creating a triangle with the hands and the elbows. The left elbow comes to the arch of the left foot. With each exhale, extending the top of the head forward, gently allowing the shoulders to fall back. Inhale, walking the hands up, pressing into the left heel. You can fold over the left knee and rotate out the left ankle. You can sway the hips. Planting the hands, you're going to step the left foot back into a tabletop for the next minute or so, moving however feels good to you. You can come into a child's pose. You can even come into a back bend, do some cat-cows. Inhale, meeting right here in a neutral tabletop. We're going to sit on the heels, bringing the knees together, rotating out the neck, maybe rotating the wrists, the hips. While I'm rotating, I also love to hug myself. Really helps stretch out the spine some more, activating the shoulder blades. All right, and for our final asana, we're gonna swing the legs around, stretching out the tendons behind the knees. So you wanna sit the sit bones back. Focus on the posture, straightening out the spine, flexing the toes towards the knees. I like to take a slight bend in the knees because I'm really tight back here. So take a slight bend in the knees And from here, I like to walk the hands towards the ankles and begin folding, lengthening the base of the spine. Instead of folding in, you're folding forward. And only when you're ready, just begin to roll the body up, straightening out the legs. You can windshield wipe the knees from left to right. Taking the next 5 to 10 minutes to flow however you need to. I'm going to suggest the video above for you to continue flowing. We're going to come into an easy seat. You can cross the legs or you can sit on the heels. Bring the palms together or bring the fingertips together, the thumb and the index finger. Tops of the hands come to the tops of the knees. Taking deep inhales through the nose. Exhaling out of the mouth. Doing this at your own pace for a few moments. Thank you for doing the work of showing up, for being here in this moment, and thank you for allowing me to guide you through this flow. And until next time, namaste.